Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video, and welcome to my NFL 2017 Week 13 picks. Week 12, I went 14-2. Pretty good. I want to say I had a better week, but I think that was like tied for one of my best ones. So the season has been going on. Predictions, just because at this point you see how teams are going to play, and for the most part they don't deviate from that. You know, a lot of times you get closer games like the Pittsburgh Green Bay game. You know, really close game. Pittsburgh ended up pulling out the win, but for the most part, the way you see teams play now, you know, it's much easier to pick than at the beginning of the season when you know there are a bunch of question marks. But starting out Week 13. Thursday, the Redskins played the Cowboys. I would have picked the Redskins. Cowboys ended up beating them down, but I would have picked the Redskins. So I'll start 0-1 on Thursday because I didn't get to pick that on Twitter, but I'm just telling you who I will pick. So I'll take the L on that one. Starting with the Sunday games, the Minnesota Vikings head to Atlanta to play the Falcons. I got the Vikings. The Falcons really are starting to turn around both offensively and defensively. But the Vikings are on the roll. Now the problem with the Vikings, why are they starting Bridgewater? Case Keenum, you have the second best record in the NFC, and you're playing Teddy Bridgewater, who hasn't played. He didn't play last season and hasn't played up to this point this season. And Case Keenum's been balling. Stupid to me. I'm still going to pick the Vikings. Their defense is really good. Next game, New England Patriots head to Buffalo to play the Bills. Give me the Patriots. Next game, San Francisco 49ers head to Chicago, play the Bears. I believe Garoppolo started from San Francisco, and they want him to be the future. That was the reason they traded for him. And, this is really his chance. He really had no competition at their quarterback position. That team's, they're pretty much trying to find out what's going to work for the future. The Bears have their guy. They just need to build pieces around him. Improve the offensive line, get better weapons on the outside, got a good running game. Jordan Howard's a beast. Defense has actually been very underrated. I'll pick the Bears. I think the Bears will pick up this win at home. If not, John Fox, he has one foot out the door. You're guaranteed he have both feet out at this point. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to Green Bay to play the Packers. This is almost a must-win for Green Bay because, they're Rodgers. If, they can win some games, Rodgers can come back and they can possibly get a wild card. But they have some important games. One against Carolina, a team that could also be contending for the wild card. We have to see how Carolina's game goes with New Orleans. But I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. I felt as though Green Bay did play Pittsburgh tough, and I think that was one of those games where it was like a trap game. Pittsburgh was a huge favorite, and Green Bay showed up they showed up on defense. The offense showed up, but I think against Tampa Bay, they won't play as hard. So I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. Also, Jameis Winston's gonna play in this game, so that'll give him a boost on the offensive side, despite them winning the last couple of games. Next game, the Houston Texans head to Tennessee to play the Titans. I like the Titans. Mariota, some of these two receiver routes is not working. The running game hasn't been as good, but I think they'll make enough plays to beat Houston. Although Houston has still played well, but they've lost some games and they're not putting up nearly the yardage or points that they were when Deshaun Watson was there. So I'm going to go with Tennessee at home. Next game, the Denver Broncos head to Miami to play the Dolphins. I'm going to go with Miami. I can't believe I'm picking them, but Denver's been bad. Defensively, no, I'm going to go with Denver. I think Denver will get them. I think the defense, I'm going Miami. This is a flip of the coin. Both teams have been good. especially Denver with the talent they do have. They just quarterback position has been awful. Defense, keeps leaves are suspended, but even then, the defense was regressing so much. So I got Miami at home. Next game, the Kansas City Chiefs had the New York play the Jets. The Kansas City has been bad. They haven't been putting up a bunch of points. Alex Smith, he was playing really good early on in the season. That's falling apart. And it's got a lot more. It's more than just injuries, because you don't just fall off, especially when you got some of your key guys still there, still healthy. I don't know what's going on. They lack the consistent run game that they had early on with Kareem Hunt. He hasn't played well. Offensive line hasn't played well. Defensively, they're okay, but you expect them to be a lot better. So I'm going to go with the Jets in this one. Can't believe I'm picking the Jets. Next game, the Indianapolis Colts head to Jacksonville, play the Jaguars. I got Jacksonville. They did lose 1 to Arizona, but against a division rival, I think they're going to play a little bit harder. And the first time they played the Colts, Jacoby Brissett he was getting hit a lot in that game. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I think the defense can make plays. Now, mind you, as long as they got Blake Bortles, you're always in the game. Just how it is. But I'm going to go with Jacksonville at home. Next game, Detroit Lions head to Baltimore to play the Ravens. I like the Lions. Matthew Stafford, despite the injury he had against the Vikings, still gave his team a chance against that tough defense. I like the Lions in this one. Next game, the Cleveland Browns play the Los Angeles Chargers. Give me the Chargers. Chargers are on a roll. They got a chance to take the lead in that division, I believe. Especially with Kansas City regressing, Oakland regressing from last season, and Denver. All three of those teams have been terrible. So I'm going to stick with the Chargers. Next game, the New York Giants head to Oakland and play the Raiders. Giants is a mess. You bench Eli Manning. You're starting Geno Smith. Okay. Eli hasn't been a problem with the team. Injuries, players quitting on the defense. I think that those guys will be more of an issue. But I got Oakland in this one. Amari Cooper's not playing, and Crabtree, of course, is suspended. The whole Aqib Talib thing. I want to stick with Oakland and Giants. Disaster. Next game, Carolina Panthers head to New Orleans to play the Saints. My game of the week. This is a big game. The winner of this game probably wins the division. And New Orleans they beat the Panthers down the first time. And that team is, ever since that point where they beat the Panthers, that New Orleans team completely turned around. The defense got better. The running game got better. Well, it got better probably a week or two. Once they got rid of Peterson, the running game got better. And you still got Drew Brees, who was awful last week, but he still can make the plays with his arm. Come on, you know who I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Carolina. I don't care they're in New Orleans. That's a tough place to play, but I'm gonna stick with Carolina. Next game, Los Angeles Rams head to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Cardinals picked up a big win against Jacksonville, but I like the Rams. Jared Goff has been a beast. The defense honestly should have had like 5 picks last week against New Orleans. Todd Gurley, beast. Cooper Kupp, Sammy Watkins. He has the weapons on the outside. He has the offensive line. This is probably, and I'll probably do a video, but this has definitely been the team with the biggest turnaround, let's say, from last season. Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to pick them. That was the last of the 4 o'clock games. The Sunday night game, Philadelphia Eagles head to Seattle play the Seahawks. Seahawks have too many injuries in the secondary, and Carson Wentz is on a roll. I like Philly. I still think Russell Wilson is going to put up his numbers. He has to do so much with virtually no running game. Injuries in the secondary on that defense. I like Philly. And the Monday night game, Pittsburgh Steelers head to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. The Bengals have been playing okay. They've been playing better football than what they started this season, but obviously not as good as they've been in the past. Defense They were really good in the past on defense. Weapons. You still got AJ Green. But outside of him, really, Eifert, he hasn't been there all season. So, a big issue with weapons. Andy Dalton's a good quarterback. But this is the best he's going to be. He's not going to get any better from this. So, I got Pittsburgh in this one. Pittsburgh, there's a way you could beat them. You really key in on Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and that's still tough to do. But Big Ben isn't playing. He's regressed. He's not the player he used to be. And you look at the games, he's just not. But I'm still gonna pick Pittsburgh. The defense goes out there and makes plays, and I think Juju Smith is gonna play, which is huge. People don't know how good he's been this season. He's been really good as that number 2 guy. Martavis Bryant is all but gone, but that's what he wants. So, anyways, give me Pittsburgh in this one. But that does it for Week 13. Of course, coming probably that Sunday night, maybe that Monday, I will be doing a recap of the Carolina-New Orleans game, no matter who wins. But that's definitely my game of the week. Let me know your picks up to this season, up to this point in the season. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.